Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and today we're going to be looking at the 4th Titanic Commander of the 10 Titanic Commanders of the Blackbeard Pirates. We are of course talking about the Corrupt King himself, which I've been looking forward to. This is Avalo Pizarro. Now, this guy was an actual king in North Blue, which is absolutely crazy to think about. Oh my goodness, this is not particularly easy. I think that's right. The feet are just a little bit short of where they should be. There we go. Once you get it in, that will stick. So this guy was an actual king in North Blue, and apparently he was so hated that he was overthrown by his country and he was put into level 6 of Impale Down. So he must have done something absolutely horrible. We don't know anything about his history. We don't know what kingdom it was that Pizarro was the ruler of. But we do know that Pizarro almost jokingly said that he wanted to usurp Blackbeard and become the commander of the Blackbeard Pirates, which was very strongly shot down. They were like, no, that is not what we do here. Now, Pizarro, he uses like a kind of cat thing. He says the word nyan every so often, and nyan is the Japanese version of, or nya is the equivalent of meow. You know, it's supposed to be the sound that a cat makes. You know what I mean? We say the cats say meow. In Japanese, they say nya. You can see how it kind of translates. Also, cats do sound a little bit different in Japan than what they do over here in Scotland. I don't know if there's a regional dialect for cats, but I could 100% see that. Also, although Pizarro was in Impale Down level 6, he was the only one to not have a prisoner's uniform. Instead, he still had a royal garb. So maybe that just goes to show the level of political influence that Pizarro might have had with being an actual king. He also has the, I want to say the Shima Shima no Mi, devil fruit. I'm just checking it just now. It is the Shima Shima no Mi, which allows him to fuse with the entire Hachinoso Island, which is very, very strong. I mean, having the ability of turning into an island is absolutely huge. I mean, it has a tremendous amount of power and things, but also it gives him the ability of surveillance, of being able to watch over Hachinoso as well. So he is a very, very cool cat, to say the least. And this is the only way to get this figure of him. And of course, he is a cat person with a crown. So of course, the big old Grand Cat is very much a fan of Pizarro. If nothing else other than for that epitaph. Although, hopefully the Grand Cat does not become a corrupt king and that his subjects not overthrow him and throw him into Impale Down level 6, and then I have to start joining some Blackbeard crew. That is not what the Grand Cat wants. Hopefully the Grand Cat will be a slightly better... Well, I don't call myself a king or a ruler, I call myself the Grand Cat Grand Fleet Admiral of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet. Of course, that is in reference to the Fleet Admiral of the Marines, and of course you are all the members of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet. So there's a little bit of interesting knowledge there for you. But I love the way that they have done the face on Pizarro here. They've given him the sort of like cat eye slits. He's got his little mouth there. Of course, he's got his big old mustache that's supposed to be like whiskers. He has these big horns on the side of his head, which I don't think those are decorative. I think that those are actual horns. There you can see his crown actually has the Blackbeard logo on it as well. And there you can see his royal garb, including his big gauntlets and everything. And it's really crazy to think that this guy was the king of a nation in North Blue before he joined up with Blackbeard Pirates. Well, I mean, of course, before he was thrown into level 6 of Impale Down, first of all, and then joined up with the Blackbeard Pirates. So, people suspect that this guy is going to fight Frankie at the end of the series. because he has so many different abilities. You know what I mean? He can fuse with islands. We don't know what else he can fuse with. He could potentially fuse with any kind of mechs or ships or any kind of thing. We don't know if it's limited to just Hachinoso as an island, but will be interesting to find out what happens with that towards the end of the series. And also, this is the 4th Titanic Commander, which is pretty huge, because you would imagine that if the Titanic Commanders are... I mean, they're definitely not in number by when they joined, so we don't know whether they're in order by strength or by loyalty or, you know, veteran or whatever. But it seems that if he's the 4th Titanic Commander, he's probably pretty powerful, and we've only seen a glimpse of what he can do in Hachinoso. So that is going to be it for this little video, folks, and I really hope you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see ya all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.